Hello everyone and welcome back to Warno in a 10v10 today with He Monkey, Jack Daniels, Timba, Kirk Lazarus, Mocha Bear 831, Jarunt, Shakosbo, Bangs Your Mom 69420. Okay, Emperor Hobo Tango and Bob 027 on the NATO side on Twin City. And we're going to be facing Tiger, Weequin, Emperor Tomato Ketchup, an imposter, no doubt, Fibragal, Bina, Festival, Slot, Fix and Strike, Heisey, and Gabgazoo with, well, it means Phoenix. But anyway, all right, so I challenge in this game, of course, I challenge Emperor Tomato Ketchup. And I said there can be only one. Let me know where you're going to fight, and I will fight you. And he did not respond. And so I told him I would hunt him down. It isn't true, obviously, but I am in direct competition with that player, and so I have to do better than he. I decided to go for this flag, Charlie. And by the way, guys, my noob days in 10v10 are over. Officially over. I am now a good player. I am consistently in the top half of the leaderboard, which, I mean, I base myself on that for greatness. So, yeah, and now I'm not too afraid of going places alone. So I decided this time to go. I usually play the Soviet side. This time I decided to play NATO, the pack side. I mean, I usually play the pack side. Now I decided to play NATO a little bit more to better understand their tools. And, you know, like it helps to know what your enemy has. So, and of course, NATO is not my enemy in real life. I'm just saying I prefer playing the Pact. Okay, so I decided to go with third armor this time, and boy, oh boy, do they like infantry. I notice I'm used to play the Pact, who has lots of motostrelki and things like that, and I thrive with them, of course. But yeah, so I'm going to be opening with a lot of Bradley Recon 1, 2, 3, 4. And a Kiowa as well. Kiowa has the Hellfire, which are extremely good. 2,800 meter at 24 is the best, in my opinion, helicopter unit in the game. I mean, of course, with the Apache, who has basically the same thing, but I think they have 16 of them or so. But yeah, these Hellfires, 2,800 meter, very, very good. Plus, it's a recon, so it makes it even better. On the ground, I mean, since I had all of these, I didn't have much. I got the M2A2 Bradley command point. I got 2 PVAD. I've got some Dragoon in Humvees, some Chaparral, and that's about it. So let's start the game. All right, so this guy, it was a little bit less. I hate when they do that. But anyway, now he is well on his way. Look at these guys. They're really not bad. They do 3,500 for planes and 2,800 for helicopters, which is incredible. Most other weapons will go 22 to 26, so 2,800 is always good. Jack Daniels here is starting the game with a Kiowa as well. Oh, is Jack Daniel? No, he has 82nd Airborne. All right. Over here, MiG-21 will already start coming down on us. He is put down really, really fast. And the Kiowa will be able to survive. Enemy recon dies right away. Kiowa stays here. Oh, my lord. Oh, this one has air-to-ground rockets. All right, so that is pretty good. Another airplane goes down. There's something big went down there. That's awesome. We have like the same helicopter. Oh no, that's not me. Mine is here. Anyway, so the enemy here decided to unload a lot in these parts, so I decided to do a Rambo. Now, initially I was about to unload here, and I should have had, because look what's gonna happen next. But I decided to do a Rambo on them, so I'm coming in with a Dragoon and these Bradleys on a move fast order. And it goes about as well as you'd expect. Oh, God. Oh, man, what a waste. Oh, man, look at that. Look at that. And it's just, there you go. Everyone is already pretty much dead. And I didn't do anything. And it was such a huge waste. I thought I was being very clever here. And I was, in fact, being very, very dumb. So I removed the Kiowa. I guess in English would be Kiowa. I don't know how it is spelled, these things. I managed to escape the AA airplanes that shut down or damaged a lot of these helicopters. Emperor Tomato Ketchup already surrenders, and so my fight with him hands there. Unfortunately, he was very lame. He was very, very lame. So if you see this Emperor Tomato Ketchup, don't trust him. It is a fake. He's not good. All right. So now, of course, because I... Well, not because, but I mean, it didn't help that I suicided basically over here. Now, this guy will have to retreat as well as he's being destroyed. But imagine if I had done my initial deployment, just how good we'd be right now. But I didn't. And basically, now we're going to be holding the flags with only AA pieces. Now I'm scared because I'm like, you know, like all over the place here. He can see me. If he's in the wood there with a recon or infantry, he can absolutely see me. And so I was being pretty scared here. But overall, you know, I did held up. I removed those PVAD a little bit because I was scared for them over here. And I'm basically calling in M2A2 Bradley Infantry, the Dragoon, with the M1A1 Abrams command point. This one is the 290 points one, so it has 18 frontal armor and 20 tank gun AP. So anger issues. God, this game, huh? It's so beautiful. One of the reasons why I love playing this game, it is just how beautiful it is. I love watching the replays and just immersing myself in the battle. Over here, we're doing fine. As usual, is there? Yeah, there's Timba, there's E-Monkey, there's Kirk Lazarus. Really? There's Muka Bear. Did I miss these names? Oh no, here they are. There's like always, I don't know why, there's always at least 4 people inside that city. And basically this is easily held by a single player as long as he has infantry, you know? Because this is going to be an infantry fight more so. Oh boy, this doesn't sound good. I really hate how jerky these helicopters are. I wish they could fix that, make them look more natural. But yeah, there's always so many people here. And this is one of the reasons why I decided to go to Charlie, is because I know sometime nobody will even go to Charlie. Now, this time I was lucky. Jack Daniel came with me. Over here, they are being pushed back. And this is a bad thing because this flag on the red side, well, on this side anyway, is usually a hard-fought battle. I often, when I'm on this side, I usually go for this flag. and if I have the infantry division to go with it too. And it's always just such a grind. But this time there was nothing. There was no resistance really there. Anyway, so yeah, so I decided to go to this side because usually there's no one, and I'm confident now in my abilities to hold. Over here, I'm mostly against Tiger. I got a little bit of Jack Daniel helping me on each side. There you go. PVAD doing some good work against infantry. The only thing is, I feel like these PVADs are not doing a lot of actual damage to infantry. And I mean, it is a Vulcan Gatling gun. I think it should do more. Yeah, I'm moving my units around a little bit. I don't want to get shot too bad by Artie. I got the M1A1 Abrams who just arrived. And there you go. There's the Artie hit. So I'm going to be moving around like a clown. I'm going to put him on a fast order. Oh, look at that. 2 PVAD. Is it me or he does nothing? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I simply don't. I don't get how 2 Gatling gun can do so little damage to an infantry squad. Hey, but you know, I've never been to war except for airsoft war. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not there. I just would imagine that it would do a lot. Now I've got the M3A1 Bradley on them as well. I mean, they're in a bad spot really, but my fire team will retreat here. And I hate having my unit destroyed, so I always, when I think I can retreat, I will. And I'll give them command to, go away and basically rearm themselves. All right, so even though we were just holding with anti-air units, we managed to bring at least a couple units, the Bradley, the 2 fire team Dragon, and the M1A1. So now we're having a little bit more things to play with. I've got the Kiowa behind the front line there with the Bradley. SEAD coming in. Oh, and dies right away. Doesn't have the time to do any damage whatsoever. Almost hit that Bradley. Over here now I got some supplies coming in. I've got my field supply point. Also, I turned it off, I do believe. I always turn the supply off everything because people will not. Look at that. No FOB here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 FOBs and there's 10 players, and that's the problem I have. If you bring your own FOB and you run out of supplies, yeah, I'll share with you. If you don't bring an FOB, then why would I share with you? Unless you're a paratrooper division. But even so, paratrooper, they still have their own, supplies with helicopters and things like that. So I have a really hard time giving my supplies to people. I'm not sure if I'm being an asshole here because I'm not totally familiar with the game's feelings about that. I mean, in Steel Division 2, I had the community. I was in the Discord servers and all that, and so I knew what was frowned upon or things like that. In Warno, I don't know. All I know is I don't want to share my supplies, and so I don't share my supplies, and that's about it. Except when usually I always say yes when someone asks. So if they say, Hobo Tango, can I take your supplies? I'll be sure, go ahead, because if someone asks, then it's fine. But I've had a game just before this one where I had my FOB here, and I swear to God, and I took a picture, and I might share it. I will share it on my community post on YouTube, but there was at least like 10 to 15 vehicles and helicopters all around my FOB, I was the only one with supplies left in the game. It was a similar situation where there was almost no FOB on the ground. And I mean, I just turned it off and I stopped myself from supplying. And I wish I had artillery because I would have RT'd them to death. I mean, it's that simple because basically they're stopping me from getting my own supply by doing that. And no, there were not AA. Well, I mean, AI, except I think one of them was the AI. Not even sure. But I checked real quick who was there, who was gone. And a lot of these players, they were still there. And they're just... I don't know. I don't know how the community feels about that. But personally, kind of pissed me off because supplies are important. You never know when you're going to run out. And then you have these people who will basically play just the artillery game. And these things, they take a lot of supplies. And you know what? They're not that useful. Yes, they do kill units. That's true. But they're not that useful into capturing flags. So if you spend all your points on a shit ton of artillery and MLRS, well, then that's your bad, man. And you better make sure you bring a whole lot of supplies if you're going to play that way. Which is why I'm thankful that you can turn all of your supplies off. Oh, yeah, you see now I turned it off. And I'll put some of my own supplies there, and eventually I'll put it back on, resupply everyone, and get back. Now, I've resorted to get my supply right down the highway. I just got my Kiowa resupplied. Unfortunately, I'm calling people on the road here, and the game, instead of sending me troops from the highway, they will send me troops from the farm. And they will come over here and die to go there. It's completely ridiculous, but do not worry. I am used to Eugen's pathfinding ability, lack of abilities, and so I got my eyes on that, and I will just take the long road. I've got this T-55 though threatening my advance, so I'm bringing the Kiowa around. Sorry. And I'm going to kill it. And there you go. Job well done. I'm going to move back here. I see this infantry now, and this is what I'm saying. I really struggled around here playing third armored because the enemy was pushing a lot of infantry to me. And then look at these guys. They're elite infantry too. You don't want to mess around with these guys. Well, they don't look that good, do they? But, I mean, they do have 2 stars. So, to me, it is a good squad. But, anyway. So, I moved myself back enough so that I could shoot at them from a distance. And that will do the job. Over here, I'm going to unload before I get a bad surprise from something shooting at me. And I'm going to start moving forward. And here we go. On the highway of death. I'm also bringing the PVAD closer to us. And now I gotta figure, because while I do all of these things, I'm like, do I just charge in? And I'm like, no. And then I'm gonna be, yeah, maybe. And then I'm gonna, no. But then I was just like, maybe I'll wait for the fire teams to get ready before I do. And I've got more fire team dragon coming in as well. And there you go. I'm going to flank a little bit because, of course, the idea is to escape artillery. So you don't want to get stuck with your troops all at the same place. So this is my attempt at that here. Whoop. Sorry, guys. And there you go. There you go. Some people are already dying. Oof. This one's going into the butter. This one's find the target. But there you go. I've got the Bradleys coming in. All out assault now. And they're going to die. But it doesn't matter at this point. Oh yeah, put a whole bunch of smoke there. But I'm going to keep moving forward anyway. This is just kind of protecting people behind. And there you go. Airplane going to go down. And there you go. Get shot down. Bombs right in front of us. But we're still going to keep moving forward. Whoa. And there you go. Artillery starts hitting us really bad. But the infantry... Oh, boy. 2 just died now. I was going to say the infantry is alright. But no. No, they're not. Only 2 of them died, surprisingly. Look at that. Wow. A little bit late to the party. Oof, another one just went down. We've got our squad. Full squad over here just before us. Managed to survive entirely. Kind of wish you were these guys, right? And look, I've got some Bradleys who successfully went into it. And there you go. So I kind of succeeded. Oh boy, my helicopters, my Apache. I brought some Apache and one just died. That's unfortunate, but yeah. Anyway, most people alive. Whoops, sorry about that. And I even got my CP tank over here because, you know what, Christ, I needed a tank. And so here it is. The Dragon. Oh, but here comes the HE. Killing my tank, unfortunately. It does survive, too. That's unfortunate for me. It does survive. These 2 infantry units ended up dying. A single infantry unit will survive. Look at that. All of the deads. They died here. Yeah, that Bradley dies to the Rapira. And there you go. So these are the only 2 survivors of the entire assault. Wow, can you imagine that? I mean, I would probably be fired on the spot. I don't know. But he's going back to resupply. And this is the one that was here, who was coming in here. He is now fully supplied and ready to go with his Dragoon that does 18 damage. The one earlier with the Humvees, they do 13 damage, I believe. And so there's a difference there. I am bringing more engineers. Dragoon. Just a whole bunch of them. Gab Gazoo left the game already. Wait. Whoop. Let me wait for a second here. All right, then let's start this again. So I had to press pause for a leave of absence. Anyway, getting some good kills here with the TOW. The Strela coming in for the Apache, but he should have known better than to try to kill an Apache like that by itself. All I have here is basically anti-air unit. He chose the wrong day and the wrong time. The PVAD's gonna go right away and resupply over here. Now I've got 3 of my supply helicopters dangerously on the road like that. And finally some infantry coming in. I'm pretty sure that I've cleaned up. He's still, and he's not an AI, by the way, guys. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that I have this under control, especially so, you know, I got highs in here. So I'm bringing these right in the middle because I think that the area is safe. And I wouldn't be totally wrong. But there is still one unit here that will cause major headache. And here he is. So now I'm going to unload everything. It's a T-80BK. Airplanes are still dying above me. And T80 BK going to be going basically against all of these dragons, and they're supposed to do, yeah, these guys, they do 14 damage. This guy has 17 frontal armor, so I don't know exactly how this works, but it takes a whole lot of shots. Luckily, I do have a lot. PVAD going down here to the BMP1. And I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm dying here. I'm bringing the M11 383 as possible distraction for the T80. Enemy artillery starts shooting down. And I still get that kill. And there you go. He dies. And I win back my flag. Unfortunately, I get Phoenix is going to come towards me. I see that. Luckily, I had the M3 Bradley that decided to take this route. And this was a lucky guess here. But anyway, Apache coming back in for these guys. He's going to see that, and he's going to go the other road. Plus, I've got the Bradley who started shooting already. Kill one of the BTR. Oh, man, these were anti-airplane? Damn. I didn't know that. Oh, man, this was nothing. Because, you know, from our hub, I see the... Because I don't know the names of units, okay? I'm still not that versed in Cold War units. So I thought there was, like, some BMPs coming to me. But there you go. Strela tried to come for the Apache, and I kill it. Units died. There's still a lot of units here. I'm trying to kill them. Unfortunately, I don't have any more much of these left. And so basically now I'll just die there. I got my supply game going on. These guys, oh yeah, I forgot to say. These guys are being pushed really, really bad here. Oh, look at that. A10. Doing what it does best. Wow, it's a beautiful unit too. Anyway, but yeah, they're being pushed really bad. Tomato Ketchup, the AI is here. There's IC, and I think there was another person. I'm also having to fight Tomato Ketchup here, Tiger here, and Phoenix over here. Ponix, or whatever his name is. Tiger coming in with the Mi-24D. Again, I mean, I'm so full of AI units here that he's going down immediately. Now, I have completely ran out of anti-tank missiles, so I'm actually going to walk this guy back, and I shit you not, he's going to resupply, and he's going to come back to the front line. And it seems like it's gonna take him a long time, and people might even surrender the ID. Oh no. I didn't know the PVAD was... I didn't know the PVAD was a radar unit. But there you go. It seems like he will live to fight another day. But he did kill one of my PVAD. It doesn't... Oh, yeah, there you go. Radar. The weapon used radar for aiming and fire control. Makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, this is not World War II anymore. Ay, ay, ay. One survived. Another one is coming down. And now he's being shot at by the T-55. They're coming back up with some units. And now this is fix and strike. Tiger is getting some help. Who am I bringing around here? Alright, some infantry. What do I have here? I got 2 Apache now. Look at this beast. Oh, wow, that would be so dangerous. He made it work. He made it work, ladies and gentlemen. He just inside of it. Woo! What a pilot this guy is. Yeah, that's a little bit better here. Just a little bit. Not that much. There are trees around. Oh, I love this game. Anyway. A more chaparral coming in. Now, Fix and Strike is going to bring a lot of Motostrelki, and this is where I feel like the lack of infantry was really hurting me bad here. Motostrelki Midas, nonetheless, has 1750 meter range. So, I mean, they are, you know, they are the little guys. They are pretty dangerous. Anyway, nonetheless, I got my Apache over here, gonna be helping out against this Motostrelki. But there you go, I'm getting shot at by something. Very nice, very nice. I'm moving them around a little bit. I'm trying to hit these targets hidden into the wood. 30 mil crossfire from the Apache is hurting this guy really bad. Got the M1A1 Abrams here. They are targeting the Bradley with artillery. But yeah, finally, I'm finally getting a tank here. Woohoo! Oh, I thought this would make a good wallpaper, but no, wallpaper, thumbnail. But they're actually leaving. Okay, so my M1A1 Abram is in the wood, supported by the Scout and Apache. There's a HE MiG coming. Oh, with the rocket dies, but at least the airplane is dead as well. Burning. I got another one. Who is that? Oh, that's one of ours. Okay. I did kill a lot of planes in this game. I did kill a lot. Engineers will come back and get resupplied. The tow here is now full health. I got 2 CP units there, so I mean, I'm not hurting. I can just remove this one and resupply. He is in bad shape. Got the AA over there, so I think I removed these guys just a little bit. Yeah, supply is still off, so this is not going to get resupplied, but it doesn't really matter. I do have 1, 2, 3 of them. One's gonna take his leave now. Mi2 recon from Gazoo. Now this is the AI playing. Will obviously die. Nice place for the PVAD, like in the burnings of the burning wrecks of the city. Look at him. What is he doing? Oh no, he's destroying all the houses around. Alright, more airplane going down. And once again, I'm holding the flag with pretty much just anti-air unit. I'm moving around, of course, because I know the artillery is coming. BMP is going to do some damage here. But I do have my tow. Shooting at the Abrams. Doesn't do much. I got a T-64 BV coming in. The AI from Tomato Ketchup. Yeah, that's the tow that was over here and got resupplied. I'm going to bring it back here. Oh, how could he miss? He's three-star Abrams misses on a like on the highway target. Doesn't even is not even kill me. Anyway, Apache will get the hit on this T-55. It takes them a while, but there you go. Now I got a second Kiowa coming in. And I just noticed that a CP will give veterancy to helicopters. So that is cool to know. And now I'm starting to be a little bit unnerved by their artillery. I haven't got artillery myself. I feel like they're so expensive. And I mean, you have to have at least a little bit of artillery to help you out. But overall, here now I'm starting to get basically I'm losing because of the artillery constantly killing my units. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but I'm frustrated now. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna move around. The Apache, they do survive. They do survive. Now I have to move. Again, not holding the flag with much. I do have some dragon engineers around here. Too bad that engineers cannot dig fortification. Would have been cool to have them dig like a trench or a tank trench of some sort. But yeah, now I'm just getting shot by artillery constantly. Oh, look at that. Why is Bang Your Mom 69 by 420 not doing anything about this? Oh, God. At least he can't see me, really. Well, he can see that, I'm sure. Alright, so my supplies are here. People are resupplying along the road. It's just a whole segment of the road is dedicated to engineers and reservists coming in to replace the troops. Oof, this is so dangerous. Yep. Now I get targeted here, and I'm just like, oh boy. Everyone's gonna move around. I knew this day would come. And I don't even think he was aiming at me. I think he saw maybe one infantry unit and the AI decided to shoot over there. I'm not sure. But this definitely doesn't help. And this player's inability to deal with that threat is frustrating to say the least. But at least in the left side here, they're starting to take back from the AI. Over here on the right side, there's always so many people around here. At least this time, they did something as sometimes you'll just have like 4 players inside this, inside this town, and they're just half and half. They haven't captured the point, and look at all that action. It is non-stop going. Well, actually, kind of stopped now. But you get what I'm saying. Over here seems like it was very easy for Kirk Lazarus. Alright, now I'm being a little bit pissed off, and I'm actually initiating a tactical retreat. And I told my team, I'm like, I'm being shot by artillery. I told them, I said, I'm being constantly shot by artillery. I have a couple, it's a 3v1 because earlier I saw Tomato Ketchup and I didn't know really that he had abandoned so quick. But yeah, so I saw Tomato Ketchup, Tiger, Fix and Strike. I told my team I'm retreating because this is a 3v1 and I can't go toe to toe. I'm being shot by artillery. I requested artillery all over here. And now I started buying my own artillery because Jesus Christ, this was so much nonsense. Finally, Timba came around here and destroyed the helicopter, and now Timba will actually assist me. But yeah, I'm already doing my tactical retreat here. I am leaving a CP with a couple of Bradley and Pivad, and you know I'm seeing all of these planes. I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ. But I told myself there's no reason for me to die all over the place for, you know, an impossible fight. Look, Tiger fixing. There's too much here. There's too much people. Timba decided to answer the call instead of fighting for a non-existent flag. I mean, I understand that fighting for this town is important because you don't want the enemy being able to flank this flag. And there you go. Now I'm engaging the total retreat as I saw all of these infantry coming towards me. I don't have an answer to that being third armored. And I tagged 3v1 and I'm out of here. And there you go. And so this is how we lost the flag. I'm surprised though that they don't have their own CP. But anyway. And I'm going to get everyone to resupply. Now I started getting some of my own artillery. My friendlies also started helping me out. But there you go. Now I have lost the flag. And I'm just kind of recuperating. And also, this kind of leaves me the opportunity to buy artillery. Because I can't just leave some of these units alone in here without bringing constant reinforcement, you know? Alright, so Fire Team Dragon stayed behind. They are unfortunately getting shot at by the Rapira. Well, the Pack MT-12, whatever. It was very nice of Timba to be there. Without recon too, he's being very he's being very careless, basically. There's the enemy AA. I didn't bring any plane. I don't even think I have planes in my deck. So, all of the enemies AA so far has been for nothing. But my players are trying to assist me as best as they can, and I'm being very grateful for that. So much so that I've decided to re-engage now. And anyway, I've called in all my artillery. I will be able to defend against this nonsense that they're doing. Pretty sure this is all AI. Because they're just kind of running around like idiots. Resupplying tow. And now there you go. You see, I got Jack Daniel trying to fucking steal 1,000 points. 1,000 points of supply. Who does that? Who, like, 1 500 truck? Yeah, maybe, you know, that's not so bad. But an entire 1,000 points out of 16. You only get 16, and then this Jarunt guy will shoot, and then will come to my supply as well. These bastards. And I think I verified that these were humans too. So, like, do you see any FOB from Jarunt? Yes. Yes, there is one here. Alright. You're excused. Tow with Bradley. We'll start moving forward. I got these guys in the open there. I am targeting the forest because I want to make sure that there's no tow or whatever, you know. Oh, wow, that's a lot of units. And see, that's the thing. They're used to me not having artillery, but now I do have it. Who's being shot here? Oh, my own artillery. I select the target, and then I automatically move somewhere else. Um, this guy. Jack Daniel's been fighting on the left side the entire time. Jack Daniel doesn't have goddamn FOB. Does he have an excuse? Yeah, he's 82nd airborne, but he should have. There you go. He does have. Oh, this is Jarunt. He does have Jarunt again. Jack Daniel. He's supposed to have enough supplies. I played 82nd. You do get a lot of helicopter supplies. I'm moving around my units a little bit just to make sure. Whew. I still got 2 Apache with the Kiowa. And basically, they're my last line of defense here. They're just standing guard. Now I'm going to start shooting around here as these infantry starts arriving. Now, I can't resupply my own supplies without him stealing them. So I leave this guy here for a moment. And as long as I got supplies to bring in, I'm not going to do anything about it. But if I had no more supplies, I would have probably just bombed him to death. I don't know. I've never done that yet. But I've seen plenty of people say they do it. And so I figured, well, then I'll do it too, because it's fucking annoying, really. No, I see that he doesn't have any recon, so I'm bringing him some recon there. Timba, for helping me out. And there you go. So instead of re-attacking here, where it didn't work too much, I decided to go on the left side, especially so that now my teammate was doing pretty good over here. He's fighting against the AI. I mean, I guess in a way, Jarun came to get my supplies. I didn't see that he was supporting me with his artillery, so I mean, this is acceptable, in my opinion. But I think I kind of missed that part. But this is where communication is important, you know? Like, what would have it cost Jarun? I was talking a lot in this game. I usually always talk a lot. What would have it cost Jarun to say, Hobo, can I take some supplies, you know? It wouldn't have cost him anything. And my answer probably would have been yes. Or if I say no, then maybe he could have said, dude, I've been supporting you with my arty after you requested help. And even though he's got, you know, he's also got units here. So this would have been plenty acceptable to take my supplies. But I feel like safeguarding my supply it's another thing I gotta micromanage to make sure. I mean, I have had my supplies stolen almost entirely before I could even use my own supply. And the game was it was a late game, and I still had at least like 15,000 in my FOB, and people were complaining about the lack of supplies everywhere and that we would lose because of it. But they had not brought any FOB themselves, And so I'm just trying to understand here um, the logic of not bringing an FOB, because it really doesn't take that much, okay? I feel like the FOB is a must. It is the one card that you want to take. You didn't come to me, so I guess maybe I was mistaking. Could have been thinking of another game, or maybe it will happen later on. Anyway, I got my supplies still over here, so I'm gonna bring these. Apache here has been hit pretty bad. I kind of suicided here by mistake, and now I realize my mistake, and I bring back my stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't land. I realized that, and I'm like, no, 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 no. Oh, this is where I'm gonna suicide into stuff. Okay, I get it. I get it. I brought him back just to resupply. Look at that. This is a classic Q move. Dies. And now the Chaparral is facing against the enemy armies. I see this one. For some reason, I seems to miss this one. There you go. That's the one that will die. Oh boy. This is hard to watch. Didn't even get to kill that guy. Oh, I realize. Too little, too late. M2 Bradley. And once again, I'm still left with just a whole bunch of anti-air units. Timba being super cool here with all his advance on my flank. Jarunt will come and bring some supplies. Maybe I was being too harsh with my supplies. I don't know. It doesn't look like he's going to come to me. And there you go. Anyway, we've won. And yeah, okay. So Jaron never came to my FOB, but Jack Daniels did. I think Timba also came and left. Jack Daniels kind of realized, and now he's gonna go for Jaron. Calling in some Abrams here, but the game's about to end. These are the 310 points one. They're pretty cool, but they're so expensive. And there you go, and this is how the game ends in the end. I've won the game. I won the flag here. Thanks to the support of Timba and Jarunt. Otherwise, I would have not been able to. I sit here with 8,000 kills to 4,000 losses, which isn't bad at all. Jack Daniels get 9k to 3.5. This is pretty sweet. And over here, Jarunt doesn't have much, but, you know, 4,000 to 4.7 is good too. And Timba, which is pretty cool, about half as well. Kills and losses. My Dragon took care of a few stuff, not too much. Bradley did okay. Kiowa did fine. The Chaparral did excellent. A1 Abrams CP did fine too, I guess. I mean, infantry is infantry. Toe 2 did get a whole bunch of stuff. The Apache was okay. PVAD was fine too. Is CP Bradley. This is what I like though from Third Armored, is you can actually bring your CP to combat to great efficiency. And here's the proof in this game. Abram did well. Apache, PVAD, Chaparral. Like, this is where all my points went, was basically since I was holding the flag with just anti-air unit, then I got to kill a whole bunch of them, which was great. Abrams here was fine too. And there you go. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this game. I will probably bring more of these 10v10s. I'm feeling like I'm starting to get good. Maybe it's time to go to 1v1. I don't know. I don't know, because I know it's two completely different issues, these 1v1s. But, I'm starting to learn the units now. I got my favorite deck, obviously, for 10v10. It will be the 11th and which is it? Oh, well, I guess it is the 11th. Oh, yeah, Sud. I don't know what they're called anymore. Let's go take a look. Territorial Commando Sud. I like them. I feel like they're cool unit. Great artillery. Great cheap tanks, basically. I think they're fine. Anyway. But I don't play NATO much. I got the 8th Infantry too, but I don't play this one very often. And I just made this deck now. I also don't play often. I take second time. I changed the infantry card. I included some machine guns and the engineers less tow. Before I had 3 cards of tow, and I figured maybe I could use less. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll see if I replay them. But basically, what I really like is the pack, and you can see I got a whole bunch more deck. This is meant to delete. But I got Bizyak, which I tried Bizyak because of the Smersh unit, and they are indeed pretty good. But there's so much supplies you gotta bring, and you don't get that much in the here. You get 2 helicopters, the field depot, and some of these. It's not that much for everything that you've got there, but you get a good selection of tanks. You've got these tow as well. Good amount of infantry, cheap infantry. I mean, why not, right? Anyway, Fort Motorized is my best deck, which is also why I play it the least, because it's conventional, I feel. Yeah, I don't know. It's the one I play the least, but it's the one I also enjoyed the most. Go figure. This 119 I just made today. I haven't tried yet. 27th Guard, also pretty conventional. I don't play it that much either. I do have a lot of Eagles. I like them because I really hate helicopters. I hate helicopters, so Eagles are good for that. But I took this deck because of the 120 mil coming in half tracks, so this is pretty cool. But I feel like they don't do that much damage. Now, one of my favorite. Oh wait, is it 39 or 35? It will be 39. This is my most recent deck. I play a whole lot with the Pact, and I feel like you've got everything here. You've got T80s, you've got these cheap 80, you've got all of these. Anyway, I like them. I just like them. 6 is also sweet. I love the Luftsturm Jaggers. They come in helicopters as well, so it's a great starter. What else? I don't know. They're pretty traditional. But I like the infantry tab. 7th Panzer Division, I like them because they've got a lot of cheap tanks you can just kind of support your teammate with and break through areas and things like that. And it's fun to play. And I already talked about that one. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the content. If you did, like the video and subscribe. And if you don't, well, there's more YouTubers out there. Thanks for watching and have a great day.